Hi, I'm Gaz. I make videos about lots of different things, and in today's video I'm going to tell you what it's like to be in the public eye. So stay tuned to the latest episode of the G-Log.
Meet radio and television personality Gaz Reynolds, the founder of World Domination Records and Great Drive Driving School. Like, comment and subscribe to be part of the journey. This is Gaz Reynolds, the G-Log.
The G-Log album is now on sale worldwide. Get your copy now. Available at YouTube Music, Spotify and all major outlets around the world. Links in the description below.
Sunny 99.5 on a Friday afternoon. Tom Yarbrough on the phone with Gaz Reynolds. He's got a brand new hit, and we've been playing it in this house. We're going to play in a couple of minutes here. Gaz, this is a long-distance phone call.
It certainly is, Tom. I'm calling from London in the UK.
How's the weather in London?
Pretty bad, as always, I'm afraid.
All right, Gaz, we're going to play your single, In This House, right now on Sunny FM.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the G-Log. So today I thought I'd make a video about what it's like to be in the public eye. Now, I quite often appear on television and radio shows, and of course I am a YouTuber now. So I know what it's like to be in the public eye, and I know the downside as well as the positive side of actually being in the public eye. So I'm going to talk about a couple of the dramas that are going on YouTube at the moment, and I'm also going to tell you about some of the dramas that I've actually had because of being in the public eye. So let's jump into the video. If you're new to my channel, I'll just explain a little bit about my career and my background in being a public figure. Now, I've probably been in the public eye for around about 20 years or more, for a whole variety of reasons really. One of them being that I've had several hit records out because I write songs. I'm a musician, or at least that's one of my careers, and I also own a very famous record label called World Domination Records. I also own a driving school called Great Drive, and both my music career, record label and driving school have frequently got me on television or on radio shows and in magazines. So I've often had to do interviews on television and radio and in magazines, but I've also frequently appeared on television shows for a variety of different reasons, such as for giving road safety advice or tips on a variety of TV shows such as LBC Radio, BBC 2, ITV1, Channel 4. There's a whole long list of shows. But with music, I've frequently been on television shows right around the world and radio shows as well, and radio air playlists. So I'm very used to being in the public eye, and that's really one of the reasons why I launched the G-Log, what you're watching now. So if you're new to this channel and you're wondering, well, what's this all got to do with Taylor Nicole Dean and some of the other you know, famous YouTubers that you've mentioned that are in the public eye? Well, the reason why I'm talking about this and making this video is because I've actually been at the brunt of this myself, where I've had stalkers and even people making videos about me and totally made up stories, absolutely ridiculous, and it's not a very pleasant thing to go through. So I decided to make this video today because there's been a lot of drama as usual on YouTube, and I can think of a couple of YouTubers in particular that have got to quite a high level of success, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, and then suddenly they've got themselves into some pretty hot water with the YouTube community. Now, the thing is, being in the public eye can be rather difficult. I've been in the public eye probably for about 20 years or so now, and I know for a fact that having been in or being in the public eye can be really difficult. I've actually made videos about, you know, how I've had internet trolls and stalkers and all kinds of stuff, and I still have those now, but I have to admit I usually use them as content, and so I will challenge them, and I've made them into videos. Maybe you should have a look through my you know, previous videos, and then you can see some of that stuff. So the point is, I appear on television and radio shows quite frequently, and I've been in hundreds and hundreds of magazines over the years to do with my music career, but also because I go on TV not just to do with music, but because of my driving school. I became one of the most recognised and televised driving instructors in the UK. You know, I just got lucky there, and I got hired by Nick Ferrari on LBC Radio, and then it all took off from there, and I started getting loads of television shows, you know, appearing on lots of television shows, doing interviews and road safety demos. But as I said, I also appear on TV shows to do with music, and I also appear on radio shows as well. And that's really one of the reasons why I decided to start the G-Log, because I thought maybe I can tell others about what I've actually done, what my career's about, what my life's about, and also I can talk about you know, maybe sharing some of my advice with others, and that's what I thought I'd actually do today. So as I said, the problem is being in the public eye can be very, very tricky, because it's great when it's going great, and when it goes wrong, then all kinds of you know what I mean happens. So first of all, I'm going to start off with Taylor Nicole Dean. Now, a lot of you might not know who she is, but she is a very, very famous YouTuber who specialises, well, she's called a pet tuber or pet YouTuber, and I have actually kind of covered her in brief on a video before, but I was talking about how successful some of these pet YouTubers were becoming, and Taylor Nicole Dean is certainly probably the queen of success when it comes to pet YouTubers right around the world. Now, I have to admit, I think she's very entertaining, I think she's very stylish, and she's got that kind of appeal where she makes her videos very, very funny. However, she's got herself into some problems recently, and one of the problems is that sometimes people don't like other people that are successful, and so then they start maybe making up stories about them and making nasty videos about them, and that's what I think's happened to Taylor Nicole Dean. Now, the thing is, I don't think Taylor Nicole Dean's actually helped her in a positive way, because she has made a couple of bizarre videos recently. Well, I think they're bizarre anyway. For example, one of her fish died. The fish was very, very famous around the world, famous on her channel, and she did a very bizarre video around doing a Viking death around that fish, and I just thought that was a little bit strange. More recently, she's come out and done an apology video trying to explain some of her behaviour, and I didn't really think that she needed to go into too much detail about that, because these things tend to blow over. Yes, I think she needed to address some of the issues, but I don't think she needed to make such a long video, because it kind of makes us look a little bit kind of overly sensitive. That's how I would look at it, and also maybe leaves her wide open for more kind of allegations, because if people have got it in for you, they'll just keep making up stories anyway. So I think it's rather unfortunate that Taylor Nicole Dean's having to go through that at the moment, because I actually think that genuinely she's very entertaining. I think she's very good at what she does. Yes, sometimes she's given wrong advice, but then, you know, we all make mistakes, and sometimes she is actually explaining that it is from her personal opinion that she's giving that advice, and it might not be advice that everybody agrees with. So, you know, that's the downside of being in the public eye. Another character that I can think of course, is the controversial Paul brothers, you know, Logan Paul, Jake Paul. And sometimes I think they've done things just to get in the public eye and get those views up, and it's pretty obvious that they do that. But I think that actually both those guys, even though a lot of people don't like them on YouTube or around the world, I actually think they're both very, very talented, and I think that they should be recognised for their talent, even if they're a couple of, well, I won't really say it. Now, also, a couple of British YouTubers that have been getting themselves into trouble recently are Zoella and El Toria, and also Zoella's boyfriend, Alfie Days. Now, they all kind of do get themselves into problems because they've been accused of scamming their fan bases, and well, you know, I'm not friends with these people, so I don't really want to comment too much on that. But what I will say is that I do think that the smaller YouTubers quite often pick on the bigger YouTubers so that they can actually make a name for themselves. And this is quite a big thing that's going on YouTube at the moment, and I will be making a separate video about this, because commentary channels in particular are on the rise throughout the UK, and particularly in the UK, but they are on the rise right around the world, I think, on YouTube. And it's something that does worry me as a YouTuber, because anyone can make up a story about you and make a video about it, and suddenly that person's career could be over and a lot of people could be quite angry. So anyway, that's just my viewpoint. I thought I would talk about the downside of you know, being in the public eye, and particularly, you know, maybe being a YouTuber. YouTube is an incredible platform. It's something that I think we should all really feel highly appreciative of, that we're actually able to be part of this community. But at the same time, I think we all need to tread a little bit carefully when it comes to throwing around allegations and you know, making complaints about people, making videos about them, and dramatizing quite small things into quite big things. I understand that you know, YouTube's very competitive and it's very difficult to get the algorithm recognizing you, and so if you use bigger YouTubers' names and maybe make a little scandal around them, then that really can help get the algorithm going. Anyway, that's my little rant for today. Sometimes I make very wacky videos full of lots of jokes and silliness. Always got a point to put across though, but today I felt as if I just wanted to make a video with not much edited in it, but I just wanted to put my point across. And if anybody that has views about this particular subject, I'd love to hear your comments down below, and you know, maybe whether it be negative or positive, just put your comments down there. Let's get a debate going. If you've enjoyed this video today, then please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, then feel free to give it a thumbs down. I really don't mind, I'd just like to get the feedback. That's the end of today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.
Hi mortals, I'm Jesus. You can now purchase Gaz Reynolds Presents The G-Log, Album Volume 1 from Apple Music, Spotify, and all major outlets around the world. Includes the massive hits Electronic Kama Sutra, I Only Hear You, and Dark Lady. This is one heavenly experience you won't forget. By the way, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that you can watch every episode of the G-Log religiously.
Out now, Gaz Reynolds' new album, The Wedding Album, as featured on Big Review TV and Radio Harrow. Available at iTunes and all major outlets worldwide.